Alright, for problem number 1, I forgot to write on there to make a stem plot, so it should be written on there. So I'm going to make 6, 7, 8, and 9 my different stems. And the lowest number I see on there is 650, so I'm going to put a 5 there. And I'm 682, so I'm going to put an 8 there, so I'm rounding to the nearest tenth. Excuse me. Then we got 722, so I put a 2 here for rounding to 722. Then 734, so I write down a 3. 780 is the next one. For 8, the lowest number in the 8 is, we got 871, and we have 876, which I'm going to round to 880, and then we got 950, 980, and 983, that rounds to 8. For problem number 2, this is talking about something that is skewed to the left, and we talked about this. Anytime you have a tail, the mean is going to be less than the median. So the tail pulls the mean, we went off to the right, and there it is. For problem number 3, I'm going to put all of these numbers into my calculator. Before I do that, I forgot to make the key here. 6-5 is equal to 650. For problem number 3, I'm going to put all of these numbers into L1, starting with 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.8. So once you get that in, hit second y equals to make sure your stat plot is on. So you hit enter twice. Make sure that you go down and highlight the modified box plot that looks a little bit like this with the 2 dots on the end in case there's a mistake. And then hit zoom 9 so that it comes up with the statistics. If you hit trace, it will tell you exactly where they are and the fact that there are no outliers. The minimum's at 2.6. Q3 is at 3.7. The median is at 4.5. 5.5 is the third quartile. And 6.3 is the final for the box plot. Alright, it says the mean speed of vehicles on radial lanes of the Kennedy is 70 miles per hour. The mean speed of vehicles on the express lanes is 80 miles per hour. What must be true about the mean or the median speeds of all vehicles? So we have one set of means that is equal to 70, and we have another set of means that is equal to 80. And so as far as the median is concerned, we know nothing. Now the mean, if we combine things that have an average of 70 and things that have an average of 80, if you think about this like your grades, if you have a bunch of tests that are worth 70 and another set of, let's say your homework is worth 80%, if you take the average, it has to be somewhere between 70 and 80. Now, it's not necessarily going to be 75 because we don't know how many cars are on which, but that's the answer. For problem number 5, it says that we have the mean birth weight of an IQ test. I don't think that's right. It should just say the mean score of a test is 128 ounces, which should be points, and a standard deviation of 15. And so the question becomes, what does the standard deviation mean? And the standard deviation means on average scores are 15 points away from the mean. For problem number 6, we are given a 5-number summary, and it says how much data is in between these two. Well, in the 5-number summary, in between each group is 25%. Pretty much. So if I want to know how much is in between these two, that's only just 1/4 of the data. So I got my 25 percentile.